Fine. You also mentioned that quick learning, right? So let me give you some quick facts and you have to just remember. Babur came first, then next Humayun came, then Akbar came, then Jahangir came, then Shah Jahan came, then Aurangzeb came, then Bahadur Shah Zafar came. Who came first? Yes. So first of all, welcome to this biodata based interview, right? What do you mean by biodata?
So biodata, according to me, is the informations about the person through which someone is going to take the interview. That basically what biodata.
Fine. So you mentioned a lot of things in your biodata, alright? Something was also missing, something was there in the biodata. First of all, let me come to your name, Kav. So sometimes I call it also Kavya, but Kavya is a girl's name, right? So I want to know the meaning of Kav.
So Kav is it's a kind of poet, right? It's a kind of poem actually, which is written in a long form. It's not a short poem. Like there are some Mahakavya which we say, like it's there in Mahabharata and Ramayana. So that's the meaning of Kav.
Okay. So Kav means a kind of poem.
Kind of poem which is long.
Achha, which is long. Okay.
Yeah,
so you are exactly a long person. There is a long journey to be covered.
Yeah. Right.
Long journey to be completed. Right? So what is the last destination of yours? What is the last destination of yours? The end one, yes.
The life, or the end of the life.
End of the life. Like what is the main dream? What is the main achievement that you want?
So I think the end destination is to serve people in every possible ways which I can, whether it's like in the society or in the country, like throughout the world. That's my.
You want to serve the people, but don't you think that there is a saying that straight trees are cut first, and who is more social, he is going to be punished more. So this time, or this is the world of selfishness. Why are you going to be a social worker?
So absolutely right, sir. So, but I would like to disagree. Like. I'm not towards social thing. I can do that, but I'm not into that. I would rather give service to the society or to the country through other mediums.
Okay. Through which medium? Like you will be an IAS officer, you will be serving. You will be an IPS officer, you will be serving. You will be a doctor, you will be serving. How will you serve the people and the country?
I think I'll add something to the technology in the upcoming future, through which people will get benefit in their day-to-day life, and through which I'm going.
When you made the plan of that technology, right? The technology when you made, like you made it for you, for your name and fame, right? You thought ki I would build something so that world should recognize me, not for the people's benefits, I think.
No sir, I don't think so. So as like we can take the example of Steve Jobs, right? He later on in the early 2000s, he saw the future. Like he had the vision that he's going to serve the people. Like every person will get his own personal desktop or laptop, which we call, which will give people the freedom to do their stuff and not be dependent on the on others to.
Exactly, I appreciate Steve Jobs' work actually, and like dedication towards the technology. But I would like to also claim one thing, like Steve Jobs made one of the costliest tab, one of the costliest laptop, one of the costliest desktop, one of the costliest phone even. Right? If you go for Apple iPhone Pro 14 Pro, you will have to pay 1,25,000, 30,000. For normal phone, you can just buy in 20,000.
So it's because what Apple delivers, no other brands deliver at this point. Like their ecosystem or their software experience is by far the best.
So can I call it a social work, or can I call it a minded or great business?
So like I think they, according to me, they get into little of business. It's like it's okay because that's a company that should run on the profit. Otherwise, it will collapse. Otherwise, I think what was the basic idea, the core, what we say, that core was to serve the people, like give freedom to in the terms of internet or the desktop thing.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I would like to divert you from this topic. Okay, first I want to know that what's your relation with 2000?
2000. I was born Like I was born after that 2000, but but I would say I'm a Gen Z, which we call in the slang terms.
So you are a Gen Z?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you mean by Gen Z?
Gen Z is basically someone who was born after 2000.
After 2000. So you are a Gen Z in a slang word.
Yeah, that's.
So in formal language we can't call it.
We can't call it.
Okay, fine. So after 2000, in 2002,
2004. Yeah.
2004 you were born. 2004 completed just 17.
18.
Okay, completed 18.
Yeah.
So you are above 18.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. How have you generated this mature mindset towards social works, towards technology in this 18? Because people don't have that much this much thoughts towards society. How have you generated this?
Right, sir. Because I listened to some people, like for example Steve Jobs, as I mentioned. I listened to other people like Jim Rohn, the Steve Harvey's. There are lots and lots of people. I listen to them. I try to read articles, and through that I got that idea, like I should do something.
So you read articles. So articles, where do you read from? Like you read from the like newspapers, magazines, or Wikipedias, Googles?
On the Google. Sir.
Okay, on the Google you read. Fine. One of the quotation of Steve Jobs, if you know.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
So there's a quotation. I don't know whether it's the exact thing, but there's, like I can say the meaning. We live life in a way, like according to others, but that's not how we should live. We should live by our own thought process.
Okay.
And that's how you live.
Okay, so we should live according to us, right? According to our desire and will power. Fine, interesting, great.
So there's another like that.
Yes.
If you live each day as if it is your last, one day you will be certainly be right. One day you will certainly be right.
Okay, so it means that live as you have to die today.
Yeah.
And learn as if you have to live for forever.
Yeah.
Right. So he believed in learning, and he learned a lot, and he delivered to the society and to the world. It's interesting. I would like to know some of your strength and weakness.
Strength, I would say fast learning.
Fast learning is your strength.
Yeah. Leadership. Listening. And weakness, I would like to say I try to be punctual, but I'm not that punctual.
Okay, punctuality is not there.
Yeah.
The punctuality is not there in all the parts of in the entire parts of life, or just in some particular things, like not coming to
certain places. Like I'm not able to manage the time there.
You're not able to manage the time.
Yeah.
So you lack time management skills. You lack time management skills, or you lack the time actually?
So that's a good question. I think at some part I lack time, and few, like just rare conditions that I lack time management. You have discussed about three strengths, and I would like to really appreciate that you told that you have leadership quality. Yes.
You also told that you have listening quality, right? So how do you define yourself, or how do you analyze your personality that you are a great or effective listener or empathic listener you are?
So I think when I talk to someone, I let the other person finish first. I try to grasp as much information as I can, what the other is saying.
As much as you can, or as much as he wants to deliver?
So as much as he wants to deliver, and also as much as I can grasp. Like I can't, there's a certain limit.
Because as much as I want, or as much as I can means it's about my memory. My memory can consume this much, this much. So that's
this human mind is like it can't store the short-term information for a very long time. So that's I think that's the limitation of the human mind a little bit. We must, one should push the boundary for that to absorb the short-term memory for the longer period of time. For that, I think.
Great, fine. Okay, listening. Okay, fine. I accept that you are an effective or empathic listener. Yeah. You also told that you have leadership quality. Being just a teen, and I think passed out from class 12, where did you show your leadership, and how did you come to know that you are an effective leader and a good leader?
So that's a great question. I think that as I have passed 12, just as you mentioned, I have have been given a lots of responsibilities in terms of managing students and organizing some functions. I think in that situation I discovered that I am a good leader.
Okay, so like you got this opportunity. You got this opportunity, like fortunately, or you just deserved this opportunity, the leadership role?
So I think I deserved.
You deserve.
Yeah.
What did you show before that your teacher came to believe that and trust that yes, you can be given or you could be given the opportunity of leadership?
So I think my skills.
Okay.
And study, like I use.
Fine. You also mentioned that quick learning,
Yeah.
right? So let me give you some quick facts and you have to just remember. Babur came first, then next Humayun came, then Akbar came, then Jahangir came, then Shah Jahan came, then Aurangzeb came, then Bahadur Shah Zafar came. Who came first?
Babur,
Then
Humayun,
then
Akbar,
then
Jahangir,
then
and this last one,
Shah Jahan,
Shah Jahan,
then Aurangzeb,
Aurangzeb,
and then last one
and
Bahadur Shah Zafar.
Bahadur Shah.
4 names you remember. It means I can call you 70%. You are a quick learner, but I told also fast. मैंने ज़्यादा जल्दी से बोल दिया इसलिए इतनी जल्दी तो नहीं हो पाएगा. Okay, let me tell you 3 more facts. Nelson Mandela was behind the bar for 20 years. Gandhi ji did Dandi March, and Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of USA. What was my first point?
So your first point was Nelson Mandela was behind the bars for 20 years.
Next point?
Next point was Gandhi did the Dandi March.
Third point?
Third point was I forgot the name.
You missed it?
So I missed the name.
Abraham
Lincoln was the 16th president
of US.
of USA.
Fine, okay. Means I can call it like 80% listening power. Quick learning is there.
Yeah.
20% is still missing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me come to 100%. I will give you 3 more facts and I will check it once more. Okay. I started Happiness Institute in 2012. And Mr. Damodar Das Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister of India in 2014. 500 and 1000 currencies notes were demonetized by the central government.
So you started the Happiness Institute in 2012. Mr. Modi became the Prime Minister in 2014, and 500 and 1000 notes were demonetized by the central government.
Okay, fine, interesting, great. Now you are 100% fine. Okay, yes, you're welcome. And you also discussed about your weakness, and I think we already have discussed about the weakness. And let's just talk about the skills you have. Skills you have.
So skills, I would say, so in terms of
soft skills, hard skills, technical skills, skills you think that this is my skills. Suppose I have a teaching skill, I have a singing skill, I have a leadership skills. So what leadership, okay, you have mentioned that you have great leadership skills. What about other skills you have?
So I think in technical skills, I would say I'm good at those computers part.
So hardware parts? Like making software parts. Okay. Installing or making some creative softwares. Okay.
I think I do some editings and
editing also you do.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Some photographies
also. Okay, so in editing, in which software do you do? Filmora or just Premiere Pro?
So it's in
KineMaster.
So I do that image.
Do that image one. Okay, in Canva.
No, sir, that Photoshop.
That's a Photoshop. Okay, so you need desktop. You're doing desktop.
Yeah, desktop.
Okay. So apart from this technical skill, what skill do you have? Like, how is your communication skill?
So communication skill, I think I'm pretty good at it. Like the way the interview is going on, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Very good. Fine. Interesting. Okay. So what about your actually, relationship building skills or social skills?
So social skills, I think I am approximately 75-80% good at that.
Okay.
Because I ran out of the topic, like what I have to talk to the other person. After talking for a few minutes or like after a few topics, that thing lacks. So I think I'm pretty good, like 75-80% I'm good
75 to 80%.
in terms of conversation, like
in terms of conversation.
otherwise if we talk about the social skills, I'm pretty good at it. Like
What about your approaching, percentage? Like you approach first or you wait for the person to approach?
So it depends on the situation. If I have to approach, I can comfortably approach that. There's no issue in that.
If you have to, or you also like to approach? Have to means, okay, I have to push myself to approach. Or you like to, okay, yes, I am there, so I must approach the person.
So I like to approach, I would say.
Like to approach, okay. So I am giving you a situation. The situation is that there is a party or there is a function, right? You just go there and there is a stranger person who is the host of the party. Approach him.
Okay. So, hi. I think you are hosting a party really well, and my name is Kav, and I'm enjoying your party really good.
Great, fantastic. If you have to approach a patient lying on the bed.
Okay. Hello. How are you? Like, how are you doing? I think you'll get well soon. I will pray to the God like you to get better and take care of yourself. Here are some of your medicines and fruits. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you around. Take some rest, and I'll be there.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Last question, but not least, I would like to ask you that what are your expectations and desires from Happiness Institute? What are your expectations?
So my expectations.
Expectations that I should be transformed in this field, or I should get this, or I should be delivered this.
So I think my expectations. The institute is really fulfilling those expectations, which are making me better in terms of fluent conversation. That I think that's getting better day by day.
Okay. What about your speech? Like, are you working upon your public speaking skills and speeches, presentations?
Yeah, I would like to add that also. I think institute is helping me in building that speech and that presentation part. I'm getting it better that with the body languages part and the voice modulations and all those.
Okay, fine. Congratulations. Thank you so much.